Mobility workouts are a great way of improving your core biomotor skills. Basic human body motions like squatting, twisting, pressing, and pulling in various directions are essential to wellness. We all sit too much, and that's okay, whether it be at our jobs, in our cars, on the couch, so these basic motions aren't practiced as much as we might like. I have a concept called tissue flossing to help alleviate that. By moving various muscles through a specific ranges of motion, we can effectively floss the muscle fibers, I like to say, adding resilience and flexibility. I'll be showing how to floss vital muscle sets in each circuit of this mobility workout. So the equipment that you'll need for the mobility workout really is just a foam roll and a yoga mat. The foam roll will just be used really just as a part of the warm-up before we get into our circuits. So even if you don't have a foam roll, you could technically still do this workout. This workout is great for all levels, no matter if you're an expert or you're an absolute beginner. Also, the intensity level is low. I would like to take a high-low approach sometimes to working out. All your workouts don't need to be intense. They just need to have a purpose. And low intensity has a purpose as well. So that's what mobility is great for. So just pay attention, understand how your body feels. And a key aspect is don't force it. Don't force anything, all right? So let's stay comfortable and let's just stay plugged in. Okay, we're gonna get into our warm-up for this mobility circuit. What you're gonna need, we're gonna need this foam roll. So I'm gonna show you real quick, essentially an expedited way to hit some key areas utilizing the foam roll. So we're gonna place that foam roll under the mid-back and we're gonna roll it out. All right, so we're gonna be moving nice and easy, really focusing on the mid-back, not so much the lower. We're really gonna get behind those shoulders as well. Give yourself a little love. So we're gonna be about 20 seconds here, just moving nice and light. Okay, if you find a spot that's a little bit sore, a little bit tighter, you can apply some pressure there and keep it easy. But we're just rolling through. I like to support my head. Just kind of get in there, okay? So after we do this for about 10 more seconds, where they're gonna roll onto the right side and get behind that shoulder blade. A lot of the times we lock up back there, which can cause some issues, but it feels a little bit uncomfortable as well, but that in this case means it's working. You just kind of ignore that area, and that's why it gets a little tight. So lay on your side. You can have both those knees bent, all right? You get right there. You'll know when you hit it. Whew, feels good. All right, moving through there. A little sore, so especially on those days where you just really worked hard, maybe got a strength workout in, whatever. You did Pilates, bar, you went climbing, hiking, whatever. You're a little sore. Just roll it out. Keep breathing. Don't force yourself. I'm gonna be about 10 more seconds here. You could also rotate left to right and really get in there. That's nice. All right, let's switch sides. Let's get the other way. I'll place it there. Stay on that side. That allows you to have a good, nice quality base. And we're gonna roll it. Woo. It's getting there. Small, nice, easy surface area, applying some pressure. All right. And just kind of working those areas of restriction away. You can start to move a little bit faster, especially as part of the warm-up. It kind of excites that nervous system slightly and then gets our mind used to where it needs to be. So hold there. Good. Now another area that we're gonna hit the quads. A lot of times we forget about the quads. Sometimes we have hamstring pain, which is the back of the leg. Sometimes we have knee pain, but a lot of that has to do with tightness in the quad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place it underneath this right leg first. We're gonna put that opposite leg at a nice easy angle, okay? So that'll be kind of your base position. And then we'll be able to get from the front of the hip all the way to the top of that knee. So we just be pushing back and forth. That opposite leg acts as our anchor as we're rolling through. You can also rotate easily left to right as you go. You can keep this leg bent. That makes it easy to kind of explore. With this, okay, it's about exploration, all right? So we're just exploring that body, exploring different areas, applying a little bit of pressure, and getting used to what it feels to be like in our body, all right? Let's switch sides. Nice and easy. Same way, okay? Keep an angle, leg straight, apply some pressure, good controlled breath. So that's what I really want you to focus on through this, all right? Is controlling your breathing exploring your body, and then making sure we don't rush through. Mobility workouts are one of the times we really don't want to rush through. You don't rush through any workout, but especially this one. It's okay to be chill. Everything doesn't have to be high intensity. Everything just has to have a purpose. All right, so that's that. Now we're gonna sit. So we're gonna sit on that foam roll, okay? Nice and kosher. And then we're gonna rotate slightly onto our side. So we're gonna get that side glute a little bit. And we're just gonna spend about 20 seconds or so on each side. There's no rush for once. All right, so we're gonna place some pressure in there, really roll it out. And remember, take time. If you need to slow down and apply a little bit more pressure because something feels good, by all means, okay? So we got about 5 more seconds here, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, here we go. Switching through, finding that position, and we're moving it. All right. So that's a nice and simple foam roll session. That's kind of the main parts that we hit as a really shortened warm-up. So we hit the quads, we hit the glutes, we hit the T-spine or mid-back, and then we hit behind the shoulders. So we're gonna get into our mobility full workout next. That's composed of a few different circuits. Circuit 1 is on deck. For the rest of this workout, we really just need our body. We'll just get used to how it feels. We'll get used to moving a little bit differently, kind of this tissue floss moment, which is another catalyst for success. All right, so for circuit 1, all right, we're gonna start with a nice, easy jog in place. We're gonna keep this nice and sloppy. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So as we're jogging in place for about 30 seconds, you can shake out those arms, bring them across, nice big breath in, nice big exhale. Just hearing the sound of those feet, just getting used to getting in our body, and really be more mindful during this session. This session offers us an opportunity to really focus on how we're feeling instead of just trying to rush through a workout, okay? All right. Now we're gonna rotate through these shoulders a little bit. We're gonna have forward little rotations through these shoulders, moving forward, bringing those shoulders by those ears, and rotating forward, okay? We're gonna go 15 seconds forward and then 15 seconds back. We got about 10 more seconds here before we reverse. All right, good, we're gonna reverse. 15 seconds. All right, we got about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep moving through these shoulders, okay? We're gonna give me nice alternating sweeps for about 30 seconds. When I say alternating, that means the top hand and the bottom hand alternate as we keep it moving. In, and then out. There we go. And alternating which hand goes up and which hand goes under. And just moving. So we got 15 more seconds. Nothing crazy. It's just one of those things that you should do more, but you probably don't. So I'm gonna make you do them. That's what I'm here for. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna go to 10 soldiers, okay? So that's opposite arm, opposite leg swing. You can have fun with these. You could keep them simple. Just here, you have 30 seconds alternating, or you can go up and over. So you go here, and then here. I want you to add in some flavor with these, whatever you wanna do, because it's your body, all right? I'm here to guide you, not here to completely direct you. So switch it up sometimes, totally fine. And keep it going. 5, 4, let's get one more each side. 1, and 2. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna integrate the body a little bit. We're gonna have arm reaches with pivots, all right? So all that is, as we reach across, we also pivot through these feet. So this nice big reaches. This good controlled breath. 30 seconds. It's one of those things, great workouts you can do in the morning, a great workout you can do in the middle of the day, especially if you're working from home, or a great workout you can do at the end of the day. After a long day and you haven't really moved your body much, you don't feel like doing a full intense workout. That's the great thing about mobility sessions. Multi-purposeful, a lot of usage. There you go. Give me one more each side. Good reach, really opening up that side body. All right, and that's a wrap on circuit 1. Remember, you can still practice those moves at any time, but we're gonna keep flowing. We got about 3 more circuits. Keep exploring that body, keep feeling great. Okay, so for circuit 2, we're gonna go and start with a standing hamstring floss. I call this a hamstring floss because you also rotate the ankle a little bit. This is one of the secrets that I learned from my brother, who's a doctor of physical therapy, that really helped me when I was rehabbing my hamstring. But then also, as I realized, even when I was feeling fresh, especially because I like to run a lot, really moving that hamstring from left to right and not just front to back had me feeling good. So this is another hood classic that people typically like to enjoy. We're gonna start standing for this. We're gonna hug underneath, okay? Find that balance. We'll extend and rotate that ankle out and then come back through, all right? So again, we'll hug up here, rotate out, come back in. And at the bottom, if you want, you can rotate the ankle in, rotate it out at the top, come back through, all right? So find that balance each time. We got 2 more this leg. We're gonna keep flossing that hamstring, okay? So start in, rotate out, bend back down. Take that ankle in, take it out, and down. Let your breath guide you here. No need to force. Go to what's comfortable, all right? Rotate in, rotate out, and back down. Holding it up, rotate in, rotate out, and back down, okay? Then we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna hit our standing shoulder dislocations. Basically all that is, we're gonna have that hand up, come slightly across, we'll reach up, and then come back down. But moving through the shoulder, not by bending the elbow. So we'll push up tall, get long, and then down, okay? So dislocate, drive back down, really activating that lat and serratus slightly too, okay? So we're gonna go up and then down. We'll have 5 each way. Up, down, 2, up, down, 3, up, down, 4, up, and down, 5. All right, let's switch sides, nice and tall. Push up, and then drive back down. Up, drive down, 2, up, drive down, 3, up, drive down, 4, push out, and drive down, 5. Good. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving through these shoulders. A lot of times we just either just press in, especially if you strength train, and you're not really working what the shoulder should be, which it should also be able to rotate and move through. So I like to call these, we working in 3D. We live life in 3D. So we're gonna take this hand, we're gonna start it, right hand on that left hip. We're gonna come up and around, okay? So we're gonna come up nice and tall, and then moving back through just like that, okay? So we bend at the end. We get used to internally, externally rotating the shoulder as we go through this 3D movement. So we're gonna come up and push through around. So we got 2 more this side. Move through the shoulder, not by opening up the torso, okay? So it takes a little joint by joint approach, and we get used to having the shoulder work like a shoulder. You shouldn't have your whole body moving to use the shoulder. That doesn't really make sense. We're gonna work smarter, not just simply harder, okay? So we're coming up, rotating through in here, all right? Sometimes we notice that we have restrictions when we move. Continue to explore the body. Maybe you need to open up the pec a little bit more, okay? Maybe you need to get that shoulder stronger, but you also just gotta get used to the movement. There we go, okay. And now we're gonna put it all together. That's one of the key components of this mobility work, is then integrating the body as a whole unit, all right? So we're gonna have a big reach now to a swoop. So this right arm will come up, and I'll swoop down as I bend through, and then up tall. This is one of my favorite. Big reach to swoop. That's 2, okay? We're gonna get 10 total as we alternate sides through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nice, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, that's circuit 2. Now let's get ready for circuit 3. Okay, we're gonna go into circuit 3 now. A bit of this is focused on the quads and the hips, all right? So the first exercise we're gonna have is alternating quad pulls. Really want you to focus on finding your balance and grabbing your ankle, not the shoe. So with quad pulls, we're gonna keep the leg that we pull back in line with the grounded leg as we extend that opposite arm, all right? Take a few steps and alternate that out nice and easy for 10 reps. So this is 2, there we go. Control pull, 3. Follow your breath here, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're gonna come down onto a knee. All right, and then we're gonna get in that ankle complex. Sometimes we forget about that ankle and that calf, which can lead to some issues. So for this ankle mobility, all we're gonna do is we're gonna press forward on that leg with the knee tracking out. Okay, come back, press straight forward, the knee tracking forward, okay? And then coming slightly in. All right, so that's 1 rep. We're gonna do that 5 times. Okay, up. Try to keep that heel grounded as you move through. 2. Okay, here we go, that's 2. So out, pushing forward. That's 3, okay? Push, 1, 2, 4. Here we go, 1 more. Push, and good. Now we're gonna hit a 3D hip matrix. So we're still gonna have that same leg forward, okay? And then we're gonna push forward now from this back hip. Come up nice and tall, hands swoop up, making sure we're not overly arching that back, but staying tall as we push through here to open up. Then we reach that front arm back towards the heel, nice and easy, and then rotate through. So doing that is 1 rep, okay? And we have 3, all right? So let's come up, swoop up, nice and tall. Nice reach. And nice rotation. Here we go, big swoop up again, pushing back. Nice reach, nice rotation. 1 more, okay? Big swoop up, nice reach, and nice rotation. All right, now we gotta go to the other side and do it, all right? So we're gonna get that right foot forward. Let's start with that ankle little complex. So we'll track out first, okay? Pushing on forward. There we go, and pushing in. All right, and again, out. Forward. And in. All right, let's keep that moving. Out. Go, forward. Nice. And in. 2 more. Keep moving through. Out. Forward. And in, and 1 more. Let's go, out. Here we go. Forward. And in. Good. All right, now let's hit that 3D hip matrix moment. All right, same foot forward, big swoop up. Front arm reach as we rotate through. And rotate left to right. All right, and again, big swoop up. We're growing, we're growing, we're growing. Nice reach. And rotate through. And 1 more, you ready? Big swoop up. Nice reach. And rotate through. All right. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. Now we're gonna have a T-spine shoulder sweep. Again, remember what we did in the warm-up. We foam roll through that mid back, which some call the T-spine. We're gonna continue to make sure that we're able to use that accordingly, especially as we've really been hitting these shoulders. So you're gonna lay on your side, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna reach forward with that top hand, and then we're gonna swoop up and over, nice control, as we're trying to get that shoulder to lay down, okay? And we're just gonna come back. Nice reach, big swoop. So that's 2. Okay, reach forward again, big sweep. 3. If you find that your legs are moving too much, maybe you're a little more restricted, you can place the hand here and then just really focus on moving with that back. 4. Okay, then we got 1 more. 5. Good. Okay, we're gonna switch sides and we're gonna hit it. So we'll be here, nice and controlled. All right, nice big reach and nice big swoop. This one. 2. 3. 4. And in again, keeping those arms long. Nice big swoop. 5. All right, then we're gonna keep transitioning onto our back, and we're gonna hit this hamstring floss, similar to what we did standing, but now we're just gonna do it on our back. So we're gonna hug in, all right? This allows us to then rotate that ankle, all right? So when we did it standing, we rotated it in first. Now we're gonna rotate it out, then straighten, and then rotate it in at the top. So we're switching it up. Rotate out, straighten, rotate in, down. Rotate out, straighten, rotate in, down. 3 more, rotate out, straighten, rotate in, down. 1 more, rotate out, straighten, rotate in, and down. Good. All right, switch that up. Okay, rotate out, straighten, rotate in, down. Rotate out, straighten, rotate in, down. No need to rush. Keep paying attention again to how you feel. Let your breath guide. 2 more. Rotate out, straighten, rotate in, down. 1 more. Rotate out, straighten, rotate in, and down. Good. So that's that hamstring floss. Okay, we're gonna keep moving through these hips, all right? So we're gonna get in this quadruped position, all right? And we're gonna hit hip circles. We're gonna go 5 forward and 5 back. So we're gonna reach up and back with that heel and then circle it forward. So 1, 2, nice big circles, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll reverse it, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's switch sides. 5 reps. 5, I'm coming forward first. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's move back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're gonna come seated and we're gonna swivel through these hips. Really open them up, moving nice and controlled, okay? So give me that nice easy hip swivel. And then alternating sides. So we got 10. This is 3. Okay, those feet stay grounded the whole time, and that knee basically lines up with the bottom of that foot as we come through. So we're swiveling through these hips, internally and externally rotating. Okay, we got 4 more reps. Here we go. 1, 2, nice and easy, no need to rush. 3, and 4. Good. Okay, now from there, we're gonna go into our bird dogs after we swivel through those hips. So basically, we wanna get some core engagement, or it's called rotary stability. All it is the opposite arm to elbow extension, okay? So we're just going from 4 points on the ground, similar to what we had when we started with those hip circles, okay? So we're gonna reach in, opposite elbow to knee, 2 points, and extend, all right? So we have 5 each way. 1, pushing back through that heel, staying nice and long. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's switch sides. Coming on in and extend. 1, 2, 3. So working up, moving control through the core and through those glutes. And 5. Good. Now hitting this fully, we're gonna go into a world's greatest stretch. So we're gonna keep moving through, flossing these tissues. And it's nothing crazy. We're just gonna go in a full plank position, all right? And we're gonna step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. We're gonna come up nice and big, all right? And all we're gonna do, we then sit back, push back forward, sit back here, and then come back through. So we're gonna stay on that side, nice rotation, okay? Hands come down, frame that foot, sit back, push forward, here, come back through, all right? So up, down, frame the foot, coming back, sit, and here. There we go. Frame the foot, this is 4, back, forward, here, and last one this side, okay? Good breath. Frame that foot as the knee drops, sit back, coming on forward. All right, let's switch sides now. Flossing that body, moving nice and easy, okay? So here, left foot outside, rotate up, down, as we frame, sit back, coming up, and moving through. Then we repeat, nice and easy, good rotation up, frame the foot, sit back, coming up, and through. All right, 3 more, let's do it. Frame, sit, push forward, and through. There's a little bit of a rhythm to it. One more. Good frame, good reach, back to frame, sit, back forward, coming on through. Here we go. All right, then we're gonna get back to that plank position, okay? We're gonna have a plank to sit back. All this is engaging that core again. A lot of the times when we get new ranges of motion, we then wanna make sure that our core is engaged because our core integrates our top and bottom halves and helps us keep us stable when we're moving dynamically, okay? So hold the plank, we'll just sit back and then spring forward controlled, okay? So we got 8 of those. Push, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, now we're gonna progress into our last and final circuit, number 4. With this, now we're back in a standing position, because for most of us at least, this is how we live life. And after we do our mobility work, we then want to solidify with a little bit of more controlled movement that then gets us stable and then into high, slight intensity, all right? So long story short, we're gonna have 3 different moves. You have alternating low side lunges. We're gonna have a single leg balance, really combining the body and the mind and our spatial awareness to put it all together, and then finish with nice, easy, quick 20 seconds of high knees, all right? So let's take this wide stance. And then for the controlled side lunge, what we do, instead of pushing back up, we're gonna stay low the whole time. So we're really getting in these inner thighs as we are flossing through controlled, okay? So we're saying nice and controlled. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're gonna come up tall. We're gonna find that, shake out those legs a little bit, then we're gonna find our balance. We're gonna have a 20-second hold each leg. It's harder than it seems, all right? So we're gonna have to find even pressure through that foot. So we have like a tripod of the foot, we like to call it, making sure we're spread even throughout. We're gonna lift that opposite leg up, and we're gonna hold for 20 seconds, nice and controlled. Staying long through this bottom leg, and trying our best to stay stable, okay? So we're about 10 seconds in, all right? Good controlled breathing, staying focused, not letting those toes curl, not holding our breath, not clenching our fists. That's what our body likes to do when it feels a little unstable. So we're gonna work through that. We're gonna switch sides down. Right foot down, gonna lift up. This is my harder side. I hurt this ankle pretty bad in college. So this one's always a little bit of extra challenge, but that's fine. Everything doesn't have to be perfect at first, so you might notice your sides are a little bit different. So that's why we focus on each leg independently of the other, okay? So we got about 5 more seconds, keeping that balance, staying tall. There we go. All right, put it all together, 20 seconds of high knees, and then you can go about your day. So let's do it. 20 seconds, good lift, good drive. Using those arms, good even tempo. 10 seconds, come on, here we go. 5 seconds. And good. All right, so that's the mobility workout. We probably did a few moves that are a little bit different today, but that's what it's really supposed to be about. It's a core concept I like to call tissue flossing, which we get control through different movements, different planes, while really focusing on our breath. Then we put it all together because once you introduce new ranges of motion, then you have to solidify it, both with the control, but then something a little bit more high intensity. That was the high knees at the end. So your brain really puts it together. With mobility, a little bit every day goes a long way. So even if you can't do that full workout, just think of sometimes moving through those shoulders, moving through those hips, and getting your joints used to remaining to acting like joints. You're not supposed to sit all day. Even if this movement feels a little bit unfamiliar, your body is literally made to move, especially if you're able-bodied. It's a blessing. Don't take it for granted. So keep it up, keep forward on your journey, and that's the end of that mobility class. I hope you're feeling good.